Hey guys, so this is Jay and I'm just going to be my third K-pop Chronicles, Concert Chronicles video, sorry. And in the first one, I didn't actually talk about the show. I think I was just too busy trying to, get through everything else. But I will definitely say 2013 and 2014 shows were definitely different from each other. Besides the set list, just how the show went and how it transitioned was definitely different. But in 2013, I think they started off with One Shot or Warrior. No, I think they did Warrior like later, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, or did they do a second? It's kind of, I'm trying to remember, at least a couple of songs they did in order, but I honestly can't remember. So, when they first started, they just came out like so hard, and then it's like my adrenaline just went sky high because I'm just like, I barely made it to the show by the skin of my teeth, so I'm already excited. And then the fact that they opened the show with One Shot just made it even more more adrenaline pumping for me. And then I know they had their solos, so I think first was Jung Jae and Daehyun. They did I Believe I Can Fly. Then Zello and Jungkook did like a dancing kind of solo. And then last, if I'm not mistaken, was Him Chan and Jungkook. They did Sexy Clap. Sorry. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still waiting for the studio version of the song. I'm still waiting for it, so whenever they decide to release it, I'll be waiting for it. But just like I think they did like pretty much every song that they came out with at the time. So that's from Warrior to One Shot, and I think the only songs they didn't do are maybe like 2 or 3 songs from the No Mercy album, 1 song from the Stop It single album, and 1 song from the One Shot album. But of course the singles and just like really like the most the popular songs, but they definitely did like pretty much every song from the One Shot album. Now 2014 was definitely different for me because I was actually able to buy my ticket, so I didn't have to wait till last minute. And the show was actually April 13th, 2014, so it was the day before my birthday, so that was a great 25th birthday present for me. And what else happened? Yeah, so the New York stop was the first stop, whereas in 2013, New York was the last stop. So New York was the first spot that was going to see the show first. So we had no idea what the show was going to be like, because we know that they started in Korea first, but I figured that they weren't going to do the same exact set list from Korea in the States. I knew it was going to switch it up, and from what I saw, I think they definitely changed it up. I could be wrong, but yeah, they definitely did, because in Korea they had solos. Over here they didn't have any solos. Like, when I mean the show was different and how it transitioned is that there were no solos. I think they only had like 1 or 2 times where they talked to the audience, and they were going through them songs like back to back to back. Like, there were no breaks, no solos, no nothing. They were just going through them songs, and I don't understand. I don't know how they were able to go through all them songs without taking a little bit of a breather. And one thing that surprised me was that they did Body and Soul. Now, I didn't think they were going to do that song. I just figured you're just going to leave it for the album. I figured they may have done it in Korea. I didn't really see anything. I didn't see any fan cam because I wanted to be surprised. So I don't know if they did it over there or not, but I definitely didn't think they was going to do it over here. But I was wrong. And I mean, I don't need to really explain to you what happened with Body and Soul. Like, you can watch the fan cams and see for yourself what the madness was. And literally, like, when they were doing the choreo, like, I literally thought my ears were gonna bleed because just girls were like screaming, like the entire venue just erupted when they did that song. And I was one of them because I almost fell the hell out because I didn't expect them to do it, and especially not to do what they was doing, dancing. Yeah, Lord, that. And honestly, like, it was kind of weird seeing Zello, like, from the from the screen above the platform. It was kind of weird seeing Zello doing them dances, but you know what? It's whatever. I'm gonna let that go. But other than that, the show was definitely different. It was definitely different from 2013, but the show was still good either way. Like, the set list was definitely different because I think they did majority of First Sensibility. I think the only songs they didn't do was SNS, Shady Lady, and Easy. I think every other song on the album they did. So, and of course they did, you know, Warrior, One Shot, Punch, Crash, Stop It, Coffee Shop. Did you do Batman? I think they did Batman. Hurricane, oh my god. Do you want to talk? Do I want to talk about Hurricane? I don't even talk. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna talk about Hurricane. So we already know the situation with Hurricane. So when the song started, I'm just hoping and praying nothing would pop off. But of course, in the end, if you don't know what happened, look it up, because I'm not gonna go deep into that shit. But they went to the whole roof thing, and I'm just like, oh my god. You know, I was hoping that wasn't gonna happen, but I heard people, for myself, heard people say both. But you know what? That's just all I'm gonna say about that, because I'm not gonna get deep into it. But anyways, but yeah, so they was just doing all the songs, and like I said, I kind of wish they had solos, but unfortunately they didn't with that one, on the US leg. I don't think they did any solos at either Chicago, Dallas, or LA. I don't think they did. So, I mean, I don't know what the situation is going to be with B.A.P. I don't know. We're kind of like in the dark, but hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that if things do work out and they do go on tour again, that they do come to the States, because I mean, it's just been successful 2 times in a row. So, I don't think even with this situation that it wouldn't be successful again, because people will pay to see them and they will enjoy seeing B.A.P. perform. I know I will, because I absolutely love B.A.P. and they're like tied with Big Bang as like my favorite boy groups in K-pop, 21 being my favorite girl group. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, and did anything happen after that? I know some shit went down in K-Town after the show. I wasn't there. I went home. And I know that they had like a high touch after the show, but I think what you had to do was buy the album, and I think the first 100 people were able to get like a high touch. But the thing was, you had to spend like $30 on the album. I'm like this, I'm not gonna spend $30 I barely have for an album I already got just so I can hopefully get a high touch. Maybe that's just me. I'm not willing to spend the money for that. But I heard something about a girl getting like 8 passes, and she was giving them out to people, and people were like getting mad. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard when I was at the show. But either way, I think they kind of like went through the high touch pretty quickly, because it was like right after the show. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Again, I'm just happy that I got to see B.A.P. not once, but twice in New York. I just wish it was in a better venue, but hopefully next time when they come to New York, it's not at the Best Buy Theater, because I will definitely say, and another thing, the crowd definitely multiplied from 2013 2014, because I mean, not saying that there wasn't like a lot of people in 2013, because there were, but I guess because that B.A.P's popularity, excuse me, got even higher from 2013 going on 2014, that the crowd got larger. And I just heard, like, again, I've heard of stories about the pit and how crazy it was. Like I said, again, people getting pushed, shoved, hit, whatever, almost getting into fights. It's just honestly, the pit is just the absolute worst when it comes to K-pop shows, just when it comes to just shows, period. But other than that, I definitely enjoyed myself. I'm definitely happy and fortunate that I got to see one of my favorite groups perform in New York. And yeah, so like I said, as a fan of B.A.P, I hope things with this situation can get resolved and we can just go back to them performing, making music, great music, as they've always done, and we're just gonna have to just sit and pray on it. So that's all I think I can say about that. But anyways, again, thank you guys for watching. Again, leave comments and other stuff. So I will talk to you later.